First of all, I'm happy to see you're well again.
Yes.
We haven't seen each other since Country Radio Seminar. It was a quick moment.
Yeah.
This is a funny story. So I was telling Raylyn earlier and a couple other people, when we go to CRS, we get the opportunity to see different venues and showcases that a lot of artists are on.
Yeah.
And you happen to be on probably the biggest one of all week.
Yeah.
UMG Nashville is the home of MCA, EMI, Capitol Records, and
Mercury.
Mercury, right? So when they do these shows at the Ryman Auditorium, first of all, it's so like, when you walk in, it gives me goosebumps talking about the Ryman because I'm so deep into it. I just love it.
Yeah.
But when you come into this show, each artist gets 2 songs. And so,
one.
well, it has been 2.
Unless
so was
you're
this year?
Keith
Was it
Urban.
1? Oh, yeah, then it's
Then
different.
you get 2.
Then it's different. Or Vince Gill or Stapleton sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So
Not me.
Now you got to mention how many people have been to the Ryman Auditorium before. Okay, good. So there's, I think it holds like 6,800 people. It's like 3,000 downstairs and 2,700 upstairs. So when there's all these radio programmers, promotion people, program directors, sales managers, everybody's in this room. Everyone's very like robots. They don't want to say anything. They just want to see the show, right? So they open the show, they do all these things, and they tell something about an artist. Kassi walks on stage, looking like that she's got like the Shania Twain outfit on.
Fully cheetah.
Yeah. Everyone's like, here she goes. And it was so great because everybody was like so quiet. They didn't know what to do. And you just come out full of sass and you are like, wake up right now.
Yeah.
And then you played that and everybody was like, yep, couldn't date her.
That's hilarious.
At that moment, I was like, I love her. She's so fun. She's so fun. It's always good.
You.
When you stand on a stage like that with that many people, and now I know you've been doing this for quite a while. You went to Belmont University. You've worked with Keith Urban on the Graffiti U album and stuff like that. Do you still get kind of like nervous, or do you just, I want to know a couple things about you first. Do you get nervous when that happens because you have Vince Gill and Stapleton and Urban there, but the newer artist, and you're new, considered country music, but not new to the industry because you've been around. Do you still get nervous when you walk out like that?
No.
I didn't think so.
No. Because you only have one chance. And like the part that he didn't mention is we're all trying to get our song added to the radio station. That's why we're all playing. And they could have 20 artists on that lineup, and the benches at the Ryman are wood and not comfortable. And you guys are hungover because you've been drinking in Nashville for 3 days, and I have 3.5 minutes to impress them and to make them remember me and make them want to add my song or give me support or pick me over everyone else that played that day and the day before and the day tomorrow. Do you know what I'm saying? So if I got to walk out just trying to take my aura and just shove it on you so that you go, fuck yeah, that's a star.
I think you spray painted everybody like, wake the shit up now.
Yes, because it's just kind of like, I'm a human, right? And I feel like I try to convey that as humanly possible instead of like, oh, no, this is fine. I drink like this. Like, no. So it's just kind of like, no, let's be loose and let's laugh and like, let's scare some people.
Yeah, 100%. Well, you did. You scared a lot of people, but it was well worth it.
In a good way.
It was. It was great. And now, now you're single. Yes. Crazy is on the radio. People are loving it, so it's good stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Thank you. It was the cheetah.
Yeah, including ours here at the Bowl.
Yes.
So I want to know, who do you take after more, your mom or your dad? Where do you get all the sass from?
The trauma that happened because of the. Oh, I'm just kidding. No. I do think it's 50-50 down the middle.
Okay.
Because my mom is toxic, and so like I got some of that in the pot, and she's very like, you know, tattooed and piercings and man eater and like this, right? But like I've been in therapy for a while, so like it's like a fun way. And then my dad, he calls me daddy's little boy because
funny.
You know, I grew up like riding motorcycles with him and helping in the garage, and so I think some of the oomph under the comes from my dad.
Okay,
if that makes sense.
See what I'm saying? She scares people. That's funny. When you like I was reading, and I didn't know this, that you had worked with Keith on the Graffiti U album, and which was an CMA nominated album. When you work with somebody like that, is it kind of overwhelming at first because like, man, there's so much to take in because he is such a musical genius.
Right.
What do you take away from that and go, okay, I've got to add a little bit of this and a little bit of this to get this?
I think the biggest thing I took from working with him was how kind and humble and not aware of how big he is that he was. So, like, he treated me as if I was just as important as he was. Wow. Right? So when he called and asked me to be on the song, I hadn't heard the song yet. And he was like, I'll send it to you, take a couple days, and, like, make sure it's you as an artist. And I'm like, yeah.
It's me. It's me.
This can be a song about toilet paper, and I'm going to sing it. Because it's Keith Urban. I'm like, oh, yeah, of course. That's so important. And and he was so kind. And so, you know, I waited 24 hours. I text him, I go, yes, this is so me. And then, like, when he did this really great thing where when he went on tour, huge arena tour, every time he plays that song live, I'm on the big screen singing.
Oh,
so
amazing.
He paid me, as if I'm not on the song already, he paid me to come in and perform in front of a green screen.
Wow.
So
cool.
that it's just me up on the big projectors, which he didn't have to do that. He doesn't have to continue to do that. He didn't have to pay me, surprisingly. Every time something cool would happen to the song, he would send me gifts. It just was like, he was just kind. And, like, he texted me one day and he's like, hey, I'm performing at Bridgestone tonight. Are you available? And I was like, yes. And then when I got there, he's like, thank you so much for doing this. Like, it just, you're like, you're Keith Urban.
Right.
Like, act like it.
Right. Like, my boss will call your boss in your crew,
yeah,
whatever.
Like, oh, you might see Keith tonight or you might just see him on stage. I'd be like, great. I don't give a shit. I don't care. But no, he just was like so kind. And I thought, I want to make people feel like that. If I am blessed to, you know, hit where he has hit, I want to make people feel like I'm just a comfortable human that respects them as a human. Right. And they go around and tell everybody that they would too sing a toilet paper song.
I would too. I would give it my best background vocal. That's what I would do.
Yes.
Lord knows I can't sing.
Exactly.
So, and he is one of the nicest people I've ever met in the
legitimately
industry.
so nice.
I mean, everyone in this genre of country music is overwhelmingly so nice compared to pop in the hip hop world. Garth is another one. I think Keith went to the Garth school to learn how to treat people, which was awesome. And speaking of like, hey, can you make it tonight? Just a random Wyndham call. You did this at CMA Fest because Brian Kelly couldn't make a show, sick or something happened.
Yep.
So when you get that call, you're like, oh, yeah, I happen to be ready to go. Or do you got to go home, grab the guitar case, change as fast as you can and run? Does it mess you up doing that? Because that list of performers was impressive, including yourself on that. I was like, this poor girl had to run for like dear life to get to the stage.
No, that doesn't, no, because I'm like, give me every shot I can get because I want this more than anyone else. And I'll do whatever. Right? Like we talked about last time, we went to lunch after I played this. And sorry, no one is eating, right?
No.
Okay. I went to the bathroom 3 times during our lunch to throw up because I was so sick, but I was like trying to push through because I was like, this is my job. Like, I just need to get over it. I could be in a cubicle every day and I'm not. So boo-hoo if I have to stay an extra 5 hours and I'm sweaty and people are touching me and I have to play this show. And I was sick 2 days before and it's like, no, because this is my one, every chance I get just from the Ryman or Hot Country or whatever, I treat it like it's my one chance that I have. I can't go, oh, well, I just have to get through this and get on to the next one. It's like, no, this is my one thing to prove that I am worthy of being here.
100%. And you had stomach you have food poisoning.
Yeah.
It was like 2 days because I know that you did another show like the next night and you were like still queasy about it. It was crazy. So thank you for coming back.
I shook my booty, so we made it work.
You did. And I'm sorry that,
No,
Portland was such a disappointment that you couldn't make it through dinner that night or whatever. So it was bad. The food at the restaurant was terrible. No,
I ordered fish. Do you remember?
I did.
My dumbass ordered fish. I was so sick. I just was like, yeah, whatever, I'll take this. I didn't read. They brought out an entire fish with the eyeball on the plate, and I was like, I have to.
Yeah. Her record rep's like, let's try this really cool restaurant. I found it on Yelp. I'm like, all right, let's go. We had never been there either. And I was like, oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah, and the plate got brought out, and she goes, fish?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
no
I
thanks.
didn't know.
No thanks. No thanks.
I didn't know they were going to bring the mouth.
All right, you live your life day to day. Like you just said, you were in Vegas yesterday, it was 105. Today you're in Portland, it's 68 and it's raining.
Thank God.
When you get a day off
and
you just want Kassi time, what is your favorite space to do? What do? Do you just go and chill at a park? What do you do?
Can you imagine? I'm like, I lay down. No. I'm a doer. I'm a doer. So I'm either making clothes, sewing.
Okay.
I love to make. Idle hands are the devil's playground, and I don't need none of that. Or I go ride my motorcycle.
Okay.
Or
what kind of bike?
Harley Davidson Deluxe.
Really?
Yeah, her name is Lilith.
I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, baby, it's chromed out. I got 16-inch Carlini bars on that
Shut
thing.
the front door.
I love to see old men at the gas station. They see only one seat, and then they look at me, and they're like,
whoa. Do you have the helmet? This is awesome. I
Full
didn't know this.
face.
You have the helmet that's like the skull face that's from here.
Nah, it's just a black full face, but I did make this. Okay, so this is so beside the point. A lot of motorcycle clothes are lined with Kevlar, which is a bulletproof fabric, right? And you can buy that. And I tested it. It's pretty bulletproof. Not bad.
Of course you did.
Not bad. You gotta back up a few ways, but you'll be fine. So I bought 22 or 24 grain Kevlar, and I doubled it, and I've made motorcycle clothes, and I made this jumpsuit. It's cool as shit, right? It's got these belts.
It's like an Evil Knievel one.
Yeah, and it's like got Kevlar on the knees and the butt and stuff. And you know how all those motorcycle shirts back in the day would be like, if you're reading this, the bitch fell off. Like whatever. So on the back of mine, I painted the bitch that fell off.
I got my own bike. I love that. I'm buying you something. I'm gonna send it to you. I cannot wait, because I love that you're a Harley girl. I love the ape hangers, man. That's awesome. I had a bike back in the day, but my wife made me sell it when we had my son, because she's like, I want him to grow up to have a dad.
Yeah.
Because there's too many stupid people in Portland on their phones driving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, couple last questions, and let's go. Favorite color, and I'm gonna just go with this because I'm guessing. I want to say red.
Okay, I'm complicated.
Okay.
My favorite color it depends on the application. Okay. Because not all colors are created equal in application. I know that's very weird, and I'm sorry.
No, it's cool.
My favorite color is red if we're talking about nails or cowboy boots.
Yes.
Or but I would never buy a red coffee tumbler. Ew.
No.
But my favorite color is either red, like the color your grandma doesn't want you to put on your nails.
Right.
Black or chrome.
Okay, yeah. Chrome's a good color.
Chrome's a color.
Yes, it is. I will back you 100% on that.
Hell
all right. Yeah. We know fish ain't your favorite food, so what is your favorite food?
Fried deer steak.
Fried deer steak?
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Especially if I got it myself.
Right. Well, it's even better, right?
Yeah.
The payoff is worth it.
Yeah. My family, we fry it like chicken.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to ask my father-in-law if he's ever tried this, because hunting season's coming up in September, and they go out every year.
Yeah.
And he's always coming home with elk and deer and stuff, so we'll have to try that one time.
And if you've had deer steak before and you hated it because it was gamey, it was because those people didn't know how to soak it.
Right.
So don't tell them to go watch YouTube or something.
Yeah, do something. One thing you just can't live without, like while you're on, you travel daily from city to city.
Yeah.
So tomorrow you're somewhere else. Tonight you have a show at Jubit's. Is anybody going to the show tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yes, awesome.
See you then, baby.
Good. Yeah. Is there anything you just can't travel without? Like you have to have it with you at all times.
My iPad, because I read.
Okay.
All the time.
Good.
Yeah. And you can't take physical books on the road because if I read, one book every other day, you can't have a stack that big. So, yeah, my iPad.
All right. And last one. Favorite ice cream?
All of them.
Oh. 31 flavors. Here we come.
No, okay. If it's Ben & Jerry's, then it's the half baked.
Okay.
But the best ice cream at the store is that the Talenti. It's in like the clear.
Mm-hmm. See, you learn something new every day. Now I have to
go
to
to
Walmart tonight and go get
in
some ice cream.
it. It's like it's just like a fat ass.
No.
So good.
Raylyn, if I run into you at Safeway tonight, you'll know
Talenti.
why. Yeah.
I get like the cookie crumble one, but they're all good. But if you don't want to eat the whole thing, just eat half, but get all the layers. Like don't eat the top half. Do it vertically. Yeah. That's the way.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Miss Kassi Ashton.
Yeah, that ice cream's good. I wrap like a tea towel around it because I don't like holding cold things, and I get a big spoon. Just saying, that's my tism. What's yours? The person's like, I actually have it, so thanks. I said to somebody one time, I was like, what are you on? They're like, the Spectrum. And they were not joking. And I was like, that's the best joke I've ever heard. Thank you. I wish I could use that. I can't. My team is never scared I'm going to get canceled. It's fine.